after the last trade. So there are a lot of advantages trading with the AI. It helps you manage risk. You won't lose more than at most 5% of your asset in any trade that is going south. And then it helps you take profit at the right time, and it helps you leave the market at the right time. These days, who wouldn't configure a car in a way that will drive without human interference?
Definitely.
So that's all you need to come on board.
Okay, so guys, as you've heard from Steve, first your smartphone, a functional email, and just follow the procedures, the normal KYC, and you're already ready. You're already ready to start making money. Now, some people would say, how is this profitable? I've heard too much of scams. I always want to, before I say things that contain consensus, I always say this. The fact that there are road accidents doesn't mean you won't buy a car. The fact that people are drowning doesn't mean you won't enter a boat. The fact that there are plane crash wouldn't make you not fly. So all of this doesn't make life stop. It makes life better. But however, you need to, if it comes to the place of investment, there is always need to be very, do I say pragmatic or systematic in a way to understand every business has a risk. And you weigh the risk and the rewards. Everybody have their gauge or has a gauge for how much risk they can accommodate, in order to venture into a particular field or any endeavor. And this is not different. So just to give us more insight to the business of Mtfe, how you can get started and get profitable trading on Mtfe. Mr. Joseph, I think will just do us the honors of just giving us a more detailed information on what, how much is required to get started, how much do I expect as profits at the end of the day? What do I need to do to guard against eventualities? Yeah, the floor is over.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's no longer a news that Mtfe is here for real business. Yes, they are. For us to get profitable with Mtfe, we need to treat Mtfe as a real business. Well, you have to put in the work, put in the efforts, and trust me, it's just a matter of time. Now, how do we project ourselves so that we get profitable enough with Mtfe? I always tell my downlines, if you're coming in with $500, $501, it's good you have something at a reserve funds, at least $50 to $70 or $50 to $60. You just keep that one aside, but that just in case, as you are trading, there is a loss that brings you down below 500, which will affect your profits. At that time, you can now top up to take it back to 501 so that you have that steady profit. When you do this, your time in which you recover your capital will be faster and smoother. So like I said, you need to treat Mtfe like a business. Mtfe is not a Ponzi scheme. Mtfe is a real trading platform. And you know that with Forex, no matter how good you are, you must definitely chop loss. That one is not about you must. But what the A has done for us is marvelous. It just reduced our risks to the barest minimum. So I think everybody should take advantage of this. Now, secondly, another point I want to bring in here is the levels. Now, if you are on level basal, you know that level basal can only give you a maximum of $5, $3 to $5 a day. You can't have more than that. You can't have more than that level basal. Now, for level basal, your commission is not as much. It is if for those that have downlines, your commission is not as much as those that are in level 1. Now, level 1 is from 501 to 3,500. Yes. So you get up to $50 to $70 if you are trading at that level. Now, from level 2 is from 3,401. Now, there are criteria for you to be on level 2 to trade. If not so, you'll be wasting your money. You can't just start MTF today and you think that you just move from level basal to level 2. Even if you have $2 billion, you cannot get into level 2 with your money just like that. There are criteria. What are the criteria to be on level 2? Good. Now, you need to have at least 15 downlines. Yes. And those downlines have to have accumulatively must have $9,000 that they are trading with before you can get to level 2. Now, the beauty of being on level 2 is that, first of all, your profit is on 3.5%. Yes, between 3 and 3.5%. And your commission for level 1, your commission is 18%. For level 2, your commission is 12%. And for level 3, your commission is 6%. So those are the benefits of if you are on level 2. But moreover, if you have the funds and you don't have the downlines that will take you to level 2, what you do is that you have to break your accounts. You break that fund into 2. There is not a crime to have another account open under you. Instead of lumping the $4,000 into one account, you can break it into 2 and put one here and put one here, which will enable you to have full maximum profit on your capital. So those are just the few tips I think if you adopt, you will be profitable. First, just to recap, if you're coming in with $500, 401 to start with, it's good to have a reserve fund somewhere. Just in case there is a loss in the market, you can quickly top up that same day so that you continue getting the profits you are getting. Because if you allow it, it might just drag you back. And secondly, you can't just jump to level 2. You must. There's a criteria you must meet. You must have at least 15 first level downlines, and accumulatively those first level must be trading with $9,000. That is, all the 15 persons must have up to $9,000 in their account for you to go up to level 2. And of course, level 2, you'll be making a profit of 3.5% on your capital. So these are just the tips I think we should know so that we know how to advise ourselves and know what to do. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Eko. So, would like to entertain more questions or questions from us, because we just like this to be very interactive, such that we know that we are solving the very problems we're here to solve, which is to provide you valuable information that can help your growth faster. All right, so let's welcome Mr. Achisam. Mr. Achisam, now there are rewards. Mtfe, as a broker company, gives you just more than what a typical brokerage company does. So to this end, there are benefits of being or trading on Mtfe. Yes, either ways, if you're trading manual or using the AI, those are excellent products. But however, there are rewards along your journey of trading on Mtfe. Mr. Chisam, please, would you want to highlight those rewards? Yes, I want to divulge this, that Mtfe is not a how do I call it, a pyramid scheme, if I would say that. But however, there are rewards along the way. Please, throw more light on that.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Achisa.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to say that first and foremost, like Morris has said, MTFE is not a pyramid scheme, but be that as it may, it has a design that accommodates that. Okay, so the first benefit I want to highlight is one that people really don't pay attention to. As a broker, you have products that you trade on. I use Binance as an example. Binance trades on cryptocurrency. OctaFX trades on Forex, pure Forex, and other brokers, and so on and so forth. But for MTFE trades on Forex, it trades cryptocurrency, it trades index, and a lot of other commodities,
Assets.
which and other assets, which is also a way of encouraging and having a lot of people on their platform. It's not easy to have all this, because when you're trading on a lot of things, you're going to have more traffic, and handling traffic is really not easy. So that's the first one. Secondly, MTFE now says, while trading with us, we are going to reward you if you introduce our business to your brothers and your sisters. Like I said the other time, this happens everywhere, even in the banks. You have marketers in the banks. Even if you refer somebody to download your bank app with their link, there's a percentage to it. So this is also a way to encourage people to come on the platform. But I also realized that in doing this, I even earn more than just trading. It has been a very lucrative one. Also, they didn't just stop there. They encourage you to build your team, because in so doing, you have positions. For instance, you can become a CEO. In your locality, no matter where you are, you can be made a CEO. And there are criteria to becoming a CEO, which is having 100 active traders under your three legs. Your first generation, second and third generation. It's very easy. Some people will say your first generation needs to meet 100 active traders, but MTFE says across your three generations, if you have 100 active traders, then you can be made a CEO. You're eligible to become a CEO. And it doesn't end there. You're paid a monthly salary, and you're given a startup of $2,000 to set up an office where you employ people who will work with you. So you see that MTFE is not here to joke. MTFE is also an employer of labor. By so doing, you have employed people and you're paying them salaries. So there are so many benefits. There's another one that says, okay, instead of waiting to get 100 people and then active traders, and then we give you $2,000, let's break it down. If you get up to 30, you're giving $100. $100 in Nigeria is a lot of money. And then, the people they started with the people who have 70, and then you're giving $300. But it felt like some people were being left out. So they also encourage people who have up to 50, and you are given $200, 30, and you're given $100. So there's just no way you will not want to get involved in this part of MTFE, because it's a culture that is being practiced in every other organization. But let me even tell you that other brokers don't do this. All they do is they give you a token to trade with, and you can't even withdraw that token until you've traded with it to a certain point. The conditions are a lot. Right. Yes. So, but with MTFE, the referral bonus is not a one-off thing. It's not after you bring the person, that's the end. No. As I'm speaking to you, I'm trying to reach my downline. I've been trying to reach her since morning, because from her back end, I see that she has over $200 in her as a referral bonus. And I tell you that this person doesn't know this. That's why we're educating you people every day. This person doesn't know that there is money in her account because you need to transfer this money because she wasn't well educated. Because I kept watching for days, it's been growing, and the person makes maybe $5 to $10 daily. So there's no way the person wouldn't have withdrawn this money if she had known, because I don't think her capital is up to that. So imagine what $200 will do to this person tomorrow morning. So it's a very lucrative one. I encourage everybody. In fact, let me tell you, if I was told that you can refer somebody to make money when I started doing Mtfe, I wouldn't have done it because I would see it like a network marketing strategy. But I'm here.
That's
I traded
right.
I traded for a very long time, made profits, and before I realized that. So a platform that you can make profits without engaging the network marketing, without engaging other people, you can make it from a comfort of it without talking to anybody, then it's a great platform. So the other one is added advantage. So it's not all about that, but it's a part of it, and it's a very fantastic one. So please learn to build your team. Do you know that you can invite just 2 people, and those 2 people will bring the rest? You can have 2 people trading, under you, and the rest comes from them. So do not sit down. Yes, do not sit down and just feel like, oh no, I don't want to talk to people about it. Like Mr. Eko had said, you need to take Mtfe serious. Take it as a business. Only then Mtfe will also take you serious. That's the truth. When you put in the work, you will see the result. Else you will just remain in that level of just making daily profit from your trading. It's okay, but trust me, there is more to this. You can live a luxury life with Mtfe. Thank you very much.
You can say that again, Mr. Chi. You can say that again.
Yes, a lot of us are already experiencing it. You can live a luxury life. Let me tell you that a lot of bank MDs, a lot of top CEOs, executives rather, in oil firms do not earn up to what some CEOs earn at the end of the month on Mtfe. It's if you do your math, you're going to see it. So Mtfe can change your life. I saw a video of somebody in Lokoja who did is an Mtfe trader as well, who did charity, real charity, gave back to a certain community, and the local station they carried it. I saw it on TV. I was impressed. So that's the thing. You can also help people. I cannot tell you how many people I have been able to help. It is painful that you want to help somebody, you are somebody who can help, but the money is not there. You will break down. So Mtfe is really, really changing lives. It's really changing lives. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, so those are just snippets of the things that you can achieve on Mtfe. Okay, Paula, we still want you to ask the burning questions you need answers for, as this team of experts would attempt to give you favorable and worthwhile replies that would help you grow your finances on Mtfe. Paula, if you're listening to me, you can ask your question. The floor is open for those who want to ask questions. We need you to ask, please. So, still waiting for your questions. Just to add to the story, like Ms. Achi said, there is this, my second generation. Once in a while, I just look through my list just to get an insight on the analytics of who is doing what or who is getting stocked anywhere. And I noticed there was an account that had $156. Now I have monitored that account for I think the past 2-3 weeks, and I noticed that normally I know everybody has a withdrawal plan, which is more like 2 days, 3 days, or at most a week. They would do their withdrawal from all angles, either from the profits they've accumulated and also the commissions. And I kid you not, this person had over $156, which has been sitting there and still growing. Now, I was curious because they hadn't, or this money hadn't been moved. Probably due to the fact that the person is inactive. That's number one case I thought of. Number two, and again, not everybody. Okay, guys, can you still hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay, so as I was saying, the like the guy that I said had over $156, he had no idea that such money was laying on his commission over time. And when I reached out to him, he said that he had stopped trading since December, I think November, December, during when we were still trading on manual, probably due to loss, or frustration and stuff. Which I told him, oh, I'm so sorry about that, so far, how is he doing? He said he's all right. And I said, do you know you have some money in your wallet? He said, no, I don't have any money in my wallet. I said, okay, no problem. But can you by chance just log into your account, go to your promote area where you have your commissions, and you find $156? I said, Baba, I don't have that app anymore on my phone. I said, oh, wow. Okay, so just take this small step, download the app again. Do you still remember your login details? He said, yes, he does. And I hung up just to allow him do the rest. In less than 5 minutes, he called back and said, Baba, thank you very much. He was so excited that then he was doing the math for me. But do you know that is 100 and something thousand naira? So I was like, wow, okay, this is just one out of the many out there that don't know that this exists. Probably due to frustration, or probably they weren't told about this. So this is us giving you inside information that, look, Mtfe rewards you for the sharing of the information, and also people taking the step you took to come on board and also start trading. So for every given day they take a trade, you are sure to earn something. So it's a sustainable plan, and we want you to really look into this and see how best you can tap in, other than your normal profits from your trade, which is normal. So like we said, there are many ways to earn on Mtfe, and your direct trade profit is one, trade commission is the other, and managerial bonuses and payments are the rest of them.
Okay, Maurice, I just want to chip in something there.
All right.
Actually was saying, even if you just bring 2 people, and I was worried there, like, this will go think say is normal, bring 2 people and bring 2 people. No, let me tell you what actually Sam meant when he said just bring in 2 persons. You see these bank staffs, especially the marketing staffs, good. They have a fixed salary. But do you know, if those guys go and bring in a customer that deposits a large sum of amount, they get a percentage aside from their salary. So imagine if a particular bank staff has like maybe 3, 4, 5 person that comes in with a whole lot of money. So their basic salary might just be 100K for a month. But the allowances or the commission they will get for bringing in those big investors might be 10 times more than their salary. So it's the same way Mtfe here works. If you are doing your normal trade, you will still make your money very well, and the profit is quite handsome. 2% to 2.5% on your capital, which is, I think it's fine. But if you decide to take it as a business, like we have said, then the amount you will get is in your hands. You can get up to 10, 20, 30 times of what you are getting on your normal trade. So it's all about you, how you are taking your business. So that's that. You can even bring in 1 person, and the person brings in a whole army.
That's right.
Yes. So
Okay,
that's that.
Thank you, Mr.
Morris, your mic is not on. Your mic is not on. Thank you.
Not really.
Was that recorded?
Okay, could you take that again?
Okay, I was saying, have you ever wondered why bank marketers end up growing faster than every other staff in a bank?
No, I haven't.
Like you walk into a bank that you know that this person was a marketer,
Yeah.
and the next thing the person is managing the branch. Yeah, this is the person bringing in more business into the bank, and the possibility of this person growing in the bank is faster than any other person.
Wow.
So marketing is key in every business.
Wow.
That's why we are here on Mtfe and we are all marketers. So if you market well, you earn more and you grow faster.
Oh, thank you very much for that. And to cap this, everything is instantaneous. All right. All right. Just to leave the floor, Christian, Regina, Paula, the floor is open. You can ask your questions. If you can hear me, Christian, Abaka, Paula, Regina, you can ask your questions. Anyone who has questions, contributions, please do well to ask. Sorry, can you speak out? Okay, so we're just waiting for questions from everyone. Okay. All right, Omoye, welcome. Please, you can ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. Also, yeah, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
In the house. I quite appreciate the information I'm getting, but there's just a little bit of fear. You know, that fear, bringing the rest of your family, that's the closest people to me that I can bring. I've done that in one particular, I don't want to mention, in one particular networking like that we end up losing almost the entire family. And because of it, I feel ashamed. You know, I feel ashamed. I feel, even if you are trying to, some of bigger brother are able to understand that I just mean well. But me myself, I have not forgiven myself for bringing so much loss to the entire family. So that's why I'm reluctant, and that trust to go further, because it's online business, anything can happen. And you have to intend to do what you can lose. So what can you advise on this, please? I think a lot of people are on this mindset. Really.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please, I want to react to that your question. You see, it depends on how you had told them that your business, that your first business you introduced to them that crashed. Trust me, it was how you told them about the business. Maybe you had promised them heaven and earth and then told them what the company had not even promised you. You understand? But in Mtfe, we try to be as honest and straightforward as possible. Just tell them the way it is. Don't go and promise anybody heaven and earth. Tell them this is forex trade. Let them know there's a level of risk involved in forex trading, that the market is constantly changing. Yes. So when you give them this basic knowledge, you know, you remove this headache from your head and let them bear it. Give them the information and let them make the decision, you know. But tell them that this is what it has done for you because of the risks you've taken. But let them just weigh their options. If it's good for them, let them go in. Don't go and say, MTF, if you enter, you make 3 times your money in one day. No. Just tell them the way it is. Then allow them to make their decision. Yes.
Mrs. Do you want to attempt that, sir?
Okay, the thing is, people are wired differently. There are people who think like investors, business people. And there are people who just work at the end of the month or at the end of the year, whichever plan they have, they earn salaries. So it's easier to introduce MTFE to a regular business person who understands that this is an investment, and then he will think through, and then check out the risk involved, and then decides to either invest or not. And then the other type of people where they just expect money at the end of the month, they think differently. They just believe, this is an opportunity. That my 150 they give me at the end of the month, I'll just push everything inside. And at the end of 30 days, I should expect another 150 again. It doesn't work that way. For instance, if you're opening a business, you're opening a shop, maybe a barber shop, you understand, and you've done your market survey, you've done everything. Hello, can you hear me? You won't start up a business, let's say barber shop, and then at the end of the month, NEPA people will come, and then you tell NEPA people, we never really cut hair this month, so say we just start business. You get, as an investor, you know that you need to have money for NEPA for 6 months ahead of time. You need to have money to pay salaries for at least 6 months so that the business will stabilize properly and everything will run smoothly. So first, you need to know who you're marketing MTF to. Know how you're talking to this person. Know what to say, how to say it. As Mr. Kong said, don't make promises that even MTF is not promising you. When you understand this, you won't have issues with anybody.
Okay. So, Mr. Omoye, I don't know if that is a satisfactory answer to your question.
Well, thank you. At least maybe I can say I'm a little bit satisfied, but at least it's still there. It's still like a.
Let me just share my own. Maybe it might help. It's just my own personal experience. Yes, we've had different horrible experiences over time with online businesses. I've had a lot of that, but it didn't stop me when the opportunity for MTFE, came up. Like I said, so make I use our local palace. Belle they run you, no mean say you no go still chop, right? Accident, people they get accident, no mean say you no go buy car. Like these are just instances that life happens actually, but however, it was due to the either informed or misinformed decisions we made. So in this case, I always want people to understand the risk involved in a certain thing before they venture into. Now, in my case, I understood MTFE. I've been here since last year. So now this was my thinking. MTFE won't be here forever. But let me give MTFE 2 weeks. How do I make the most out of 2 weeks of MTFE? First, I had to ask myself that question. If I go with a $30 account, I'll be in MTFE forever without even recovering that $30. That's truth be told. I said, okay, if I go with $200, well, it will take me a little while before even getting that. Look, there is one word in our circle we always like to say, going hard. What's the worst that will happen? So, using that, I know it doesn't apply to everybody. I'm just sharing my experience. Going in hard means, look, the bigger my capital, the shorter it is for me to gain profit and also relieve myself of thinking how long it would take me for me to recoup. So having that at the back of my mind, I went in hard. like I went in with a big capital, knowing that, look, if I can hit a certain amount of profit daily, it's such a relief. I can make a withdrawal plan that is very short. So, like I said, trading on Mtfe, there are things you need to be very intentional about. First, your investment, which is number one. Second, your withdrawal plan, which is number two. And thirdly, your growth. So the first one, which is your investment, I had chosen to go in hard, which is with a big capital. I sold my car. All right? That was a risk I was ready to take. What's the worst that will happen? Secondly, the withdrawal plan was daily, because daily I was sure of over $250. That's substantial enough if you're putting the maths together, making over 180,000 naira daily. Okay, I can assume that risk. So daily, after trade, the next morning I place a withdrawal so that I'm expecting money every day dropping. So I'm not compounding anything. I'm not expecting anything to add. It's just my profit I'm very concerned about. So with those plans, they were very short-term plans and realistic, because I just collapsed the timeline. Look, I'm assuming Mtfe is here for 2 weeks. I want to make the best use of 2 weeks. So those were my action plan, and it worked. We are still here. This was since last year. We're still here. So with those action plans, you can imagine the benefit I've reaped over the time. So with this,
it's a massive. That's a massive plan. In fact,
okay. Now you understand.
It's interesting to listen to this.
Please, can I add something to what
yes, please.
Mr. Morris has said? Okay. Yeah. Not everybody will have the capacity to either sell their car or do stuff like that, to invest in a short
period. Please, just to add to this, don't go and sell anything. Don't sell your land, don't sell your kidney.
so I really want to
very
address, Omoye, in your own case, since this is family, this is what I think you should do. You believe in Mtfe, so you come in, and if you can come in big, forget your family for now. There's something called social proof. When you start making money, no matter how much you hide it, at some point it will start showing, because you begin to, live the life. If you're not buying anything, as long as you're eating, you go fresh, you go add weight. Guess what? You do not even need to eat. The fact that you know that you have money in your account, you begin to add weight. I'm telling you from experience. My trousers need to size me again. Do you understand? It's not food. I realize that it's
very funny.
Not food. So when they see that, Omoye don dey tick up, wetin dey happen? If I say this thing, you go show them. You understand? Oh, this is what I'm doing, but I'm just observing. This is how much I make. You're not telling them to join you. That's the truth. But gradually, they will begin to pick interest. And let me tell you, if somebody hears that this is a platform that you can withdraw your money every day, your funds are not locked up. Are you aware that there are some platforms that you cannot withdraw your money till the end of the month? You understand? Imagine the panic attack. This one you can withdraw every day. So they come in, they make $5, $10 in 2 days. They say, and I can withdraw this. They say yes. They see that their money is free. Before you know, they are the ones doing the work. So I also have your experience. I introduced a friend of mine years ago to something that was a Ponzi scheme I really did not know. And this person lost money. So when Mtfe came, I refused to share it with him. I was just posting my tweets. I refused. He's been seeing it. He has not also said anything. So I said, this person lost this money and I wasn't able to do anything. Now I have the money to help. So I said, bro, come, let me sign you up. And I funded him. And he started making money. By himself, he has introduced other people. And he's happy now. So also, when you start making money, look for 1 or 2 of your family members. Fund them. They will do the work. So take it easy. Let it not be no pressure. Just take it easy. Okay. Social proof will speak for you. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate.
All right, thank you, Omoye. Please, we're still
Yeah.
waiting for questions from
Questions and
Abaka Christian. You wanna ask question,
questions and success stories.
or if you have your success story or maybe an experience you would want to share, of course, would like to welcome that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little experience. Though
All right, please
initially, a
do.
junior friend of mine introduced me to Mtfe, and I'm not kind of trusting him based on the past experience, as I mentioned earlier. But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, what knocked me off totally that is since last year. I think it's around September. And I told him, I'm not interested in all this manual trading on currency. I don't even know whether it's going up or it's going. I'm not interested. But it forced me. Then I was able to join, but I didn't do anything. I didn't fund it. It was just there. So on January, he saw me and said, hey, bros, you said you don't like manual. Now there's auto. You must fund. You have to fund. Because we used to play like that. We used to play like that. And I laughed him. And I said, how much? And I said, any amount, any amount. And during that January, I have some leftover fund after December. And I said, okay, let me add just like 100K. So as it's going, loss, it will drop again. It will come again, $3.5 a day, like that. Then it will, I have not really appreciated anything on it, to be sincere. So later,
Okay.
something now touched me that, okay, this thing run for the whole month. What is the gain there? So I calculate it, I put the pen and paper together and I look at it. And I realize that, after all, something dropped. If I keep this money in my account, will anything drop out of it? And that make me to add a little bit to increase it to at least a little bit close to an average level, like 500. Then I started appreciating it that every month. I sat,
Yeah.
let me just say, March, I was able to take up to 130,000 out of it. And my capital
Wow.
is in there.
Wow.
Then,
Nice one.
then
That's
April, I did the same thing. 130,000 out of it. My capital is still
wow.
there. So I'm beginning to have this confidence, but I don't want to have overconfidence in showing too much of my people there.
You don't want to be like Super Eagles.
Yes, this is just my little experience. And then the only thing I did is that even though there's a loss, up to I know it's 20 working days. And then I know that I've already given 5 days as loss. Then I pick 15 days. That 15 day give me that 130, which
Wow.
is reasonable. And I don't care about which day is lost, which day it didn't lose again. And that's just my little experience and what I want to share with people. So I've already break it to, I give 5 days to the loss, and then the rest 15 days, I will definitely take it at the end of the month. But now that I've already have another experience of somebody saying I can even plan maybe per week now. I will not be per day like him. I will shift my own to per week. Thank you.
All right.
Wow.
Nice one.
Thank you so much with that. Now, that's the beauty about Mtfe. Now is the consistency over time that makes the business very profitable. Yeah, we might notice losses, once in a while, but if you look at the overall wins, look, it's a profitable venture at the end of the day. Remember, Mtfe is not the money doubling scheme. It is a business. As such, as like every other business, it has its risk, which you, on a personal note, need to analyze if it aligns with your personal, interest, and also if this is something you wish to take a shot at, and if everything proves, on a tick of good or positive, of course, give it a shot. Don't forget, some persons just rely on their trade profit, which is excellent, fabulous. But MTFE is just so multifaceted. that guarantees that you earn as you grow in it. So on that note, you can earn from, okay, let's say like Omoye, he's been, doing his solo trip, excellent. He doesn't have any problem with anybody, which is fine. Like you have friends that are saying, Omoye, oh boy, they chop alone. How far now? Give us updates now. Basically, like Mr. Steve and Mr. Joe had said, tell them exactly how it is. With a loss, so sometimes this is how it is. Is it something you want to do? In short, money where you put there, just put for your mind, say don't lose. It will give you a small peace of mind, just that, look, you still need to stay alive to eat this money eventually if it comes. So let your heart first be in a very stable position, just to keep you alive to eat the real money when eventually it arrives. So if you're investing, never invest what you cannot afford to lose. Remember, know the risk you can carry. Don't sell what is not yours. Even though you're selling it, sell it with an understanding. I do not recommend that. Mtfe doesn't recommend that. All right? Do all of this with clear-cut visibility of what you're doing. You're not coerced to come and invest. In short, it's not an investment scheme. Mtfe is not an investment scheme. There is no promise in if you invest this is what you have. You have profits per trade, which is due to market conditions, and they can vary. All right? So please, we are still waiting for questions, observations, and comments from us. We just want you to, we want to hear your story, what you've been finding difficult on Mtfe, why you haven't grown where you have been for a while. Like Omoye, he has been, a little, but however,
Mtfe is markets.
Yeah.
Markets. I want enter markets.
So
please, while we're waiting for questions, please, let's
okay.
also take and share testimonies. I see a lot of people here who are already trading on Mtfe, and I know that they also have like experiences. I can see my man Material here. I know how he started, and in fact, he was just basically just trading until he started to explore, the referral part, and he was shocked, and he was even almost angry with his upline for not.
Okay, Mr. Material, before you come online, let's Slumsy. Please, Slumsy, we wish you should speak on this, because you are one person that when G Brown spoke Mtfe to, or spoke the business of Mtfe to you, you said, oh boy, my hand no dey this thing. I know they do this thing. You were so vehemently against this, but you're here now. While waiting for Slumsy, Material, please, we need you. Okay, Slumsy. All right, Slumsy, you're on.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Slumsy, welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Actually, you're right, Mr. Blast. It was funny anyway, because I do have a lot of experiences that I don't want to go into.
Yeah.
And when G Brown talked to me about this whole investment platform, I actually took a look at it, but I was hesitant. So many reasons anyway. That eventually it just dawned on me, like, what are you doing? Like, it wouldn't take anything. I mean, losses are losses. You've gone through a lot of it in the past, so we're still moving. So when you have that mindset, you always want to take that risk, because at the end of the day, if you look at it, no risk, no gain. Even the life we're living is all about the risk,
Yeah.
So I decided to try, and to be honest, I can say that I've been on the platform is not more than a week or be 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And truly, it's really really recommendable.
Yeah.
The thing I would say is, like, when I you remember when I contacted you, I decided that I was going to like start at the average level, but not too low, because I already made my calculations. I studied it before contacting you guys. I realized that if you could come in with something a little bit reasonable, there's that chance of you recovering or recouping your
Faster.
capital investment faster. So
Yes.
that's what I did. I had to just, squeeze myself. But then I can say that I'm beginning to see the benefits a lot faster than if I was to start with just is it twenty-six
200 or
dollars or
$70.
$70 or something. It's going to like be like a drag. And it's the same thing when you are doing forex trading, like a personal, like on your own. If you have a smaller capital, to be honest, you have to trade with a smaller lot size so you don't blow that account. And it's definitely the same thing, because before you get to make $10 out of $100 capital that you have, it unless you are just taking unnecessary risk, which you will blow that account before you know it, then you go put a higher lot size. But you take a smaller lot size, it will drag on. You take like weeks before you can realize $50 from it. So, but
Yeah.
with a huge capital, you have that allowance to,
Like
choose a lot size that can, sustain you, as in you can survive any pushback.
beat that comes.
Yes. So that's just all I have to say. I'm still hoping I can even go in. The only problem I'm having is actually talking to people like this, trying to get people in. Everybody thinks is one scheme or the other, and I'm not good at trying to market people that
No, no,
already
no.
have this mindset. You understand?
It's
So I just let
it's
them be.
totally fine.
I want them to see it when it starts showing up. Like that guy. So by the time I feel start to flex muscles like a black.
You
So
see, small,
that's
small,
what
you go
I'm
dey
waiting
lose
for.
guard. Small, small, you go down, they lose guard. If you don't see them, they sit up like this. Say, Baba, una just say anything on my bill,
Not so,
those,
not
those,
so.
those are the signs.
Exactly. So that's just it. But I try to, like, I invited some people to this, and I can see a couple of them, they're listening. They're on the
Okay.
platform right now watching this webinar, they're listening to you guys. I know I invited a lot of people. Just a few have shown up. I hope
Okay.
they are affected by what you guys have been able to say here. And I wish they had questions of their own to ask too, because most of these
Okay.
things, you notice I've not asked any question because I'm already familiar with all I needed to know. And
Okay.
personally, you, Maurice, you helped me. You answered a few questions I had before eventually funding my account, if you can remember.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm
All
basically
right.
good on
Thank,
that.
thank you so
All
much
right,
for
bro.
that.
Yeah.
Mr. Material. Mr. Material,
MTF,
we have you online. Please share your experience.
yeah, how you doing me? Loud and clear.
Yes, very loud and clear. Standard.
Oga Black, Oga Ekong, Oga Steve. I want to thank all of you for dragging me because my own have been stubborn. Well. But the truth is that one thing that MTF have succeeded to do to me now is that I'm very lazy because I just sit I've been making bad. Something told me yesterday, material, see you, it's like you turn to celebrity editor, where only people that have money can give you, they motivate you before you work. But because it has been a very good, yes, I
Morris,
will
you're
encourage
laughing.
everyone.
That's your case. Morris, you're laughing. That's the same thing you're doing.
I will encourage every young person, yeah, to really look into MTFE twice, because if someone like me, MTFE can change someone like me. Actually, I sold my car. I divided the money into two. Put one side in the bank, then put the other side in MTFE.
Which one grew faster?
The one I put in the bank finished like after 3 weeks.
Hello. Mr. Atchison, can you hear us?
Okay, I can hear you guys now.
Actually, Sam,
I can hear you guys now.
can you hear us?
Okay.
I can hear you guys now.
Okay. So sorry, material. I think network was not too kind to you.
Galatiso.
Oh, Mr. Galatico. Welcome, Mr. Galatico. Please, you may ask your question, Mr. Galatico. Mr. Galatico, welcome. Ask your question. Yeah, we are listening, Mr. Galatico.
Okay. What I'm
Please go
saying is
ahead.
that
Okay.
I've listened to all the explanations. It's very, very okay. And there's one guy that brings one topic here regarding of referring somebody. My own question still go on that particular alignment, because it's not all about referring. One, I want to know when this business, since I was referring to the system, is it 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, I've been trading on it because I'm a business person. I like going to something that will bring up money. But I want to know the existences of this business and what they have that they are giving this huge packaging. I want to know, one, the sustainability, that is the year of their existence, and what they have that they give this huge packaging. So if I want to introduce somebody, I would know how to present it. Because it's not good to go and bring someone into a system, tomorrow the system will vanish and you begin answer bad name, because some of us we have answered them because of one project or the other.
You want to know how long the company
That
has
is
been,
also a
or
demand for an answer.
and then what else do you want to know?
Galatico, just confirm from him again to confirm your questions.
Yes. How long the company has been. I want to know how long the company has been.
Okay, and what else?
One, I want to know how long the company has been in existence. That is number one.
Okay.
Number two, the full packages of the business. So if you want to introduce somebody to a business, you'll be able to give the person the benefit of the company and be able to convince the person. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Steve will attempt to answer that. Please just pay attention.
Okay, Master, I will try, my little best to answer that. And if you want to get everything in detail, you can always come to my DM and I will give you a breakdown. Maybe a link where you can go and read further. Because if we have to explain everything to you now, it will seem as if we are starting all over again, and it might take another 30 minutes to 1 hour. So already you know what MTFE is all about and all what we do. And MTFE has been existing for about 3 years, if I'm right. And then it has been open to the Nigerian market for a year plus, which means trading on MTFE. I have been trading on MTFE for more than a year now. So then for the packages, MTFE is offering you 3 levels. we have the level basal, which is between $26 and $100.
Okay.
Sorry, $26 to $200, and level 1, which is from $501 to, I think, 3,490 something. You get all those. The flyers are there, so I can forward them to you. Also, I want to use this opportunity to inform everybody here. If you want to see yourself grow on MTF, you need to keep educating yourself. We may not be able to touch all the areas when we have webinars like this. So always reach out to us. We have this information. We will share the flyers with you. We will send you information where you can read and then know a lot about these things. Because I mean, if you're talking to someone and you can't share good information and you don't sound like you know what you're saying, I know that nobody will like it. So, Master, you can come to my DM. I'll share every other information with you so that you know that you're knowledgeable enough.
Okay, just to add to that, Mr. Galatico, are you with us?
Yes, I'm in.
Okay, just to add to that, you can contact Mr. Steve either via DM here after the webinar. But just to add to that, MTF guarantees you certain rewards as you grow. The first thing is that MTF guarantees you your trade profit every day. Either there is a loss or there is a win. There is a profit or you lose. But those are two outcomes. After then, MTF guarantees you rewards as if you bring someone or someone is registering down under you using your referral code. That is, if somebody is also interested in the business and wants to come on board, you register the person. MTF guarantees you commission every day as the person takes the trade. That is one way. As the numbers grow, maybe it gets to 30. MTF says they will give you $100. Furthermore, as your active players grow to 50, MTF says, okay, take $200. As it grows further to 70, MTF gives you $300. All of this is just because you have ventured to grow your team. And to cap it all up, once you hit 100 active users or downlines under you, MTF says you are now a CEO, and that comes with a reward of $2,000. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so once you're given that $2,000, you have been awarded the position of a CEO, which means furthermore, every single day, every single month, and you're entitled to earn a salary courtesy of MTF of a tune of $1,300. These are just rewards that keeps the entire process a worthwhile experience. I don't know if this supposedly answers your question.
Yes. Every other further question we will ask on that is DM.
All right. Thank
for
you.
Time factor.
All right. Thank you so much. Just so that we don't prolong this is always a 1 hour experience, but the soup too, sometimes it is sweet. So we go chop forget, say we supposed to wrap them up. But however, it's been an amazing time. And we hope that we had touched every area that we think that would give clarity to everyone that had participated today. And on today's episode, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Steve. That's the man. And also, don't forget, should I or should I not? Okay. He has a party upcoming. Okay, so I wouldn't want to say further. Anytime you see us do that, just know that money money from MTF is involved.
That will be mentioned next Sunday.
Okay, okay. All right. You need to stay tuned here. Oh, so Mr. Joseph, I want to say a very big thank you for giving us this audience. Mr. Joseph was the first CEO in Nigeria, so it's always a big privilege. He took the first bold step, and he took all the risks, and now we are learning from his risks. So we are not actually taking risks. We're just with a loud. So basically, those are just street balance of saying we are just enjoying more like the risk he took to make sure that, okay, this was tested, trusted, somewhat. It's been confirmed that it is something you can, venture into. Mr. Alok, truth, you have 60 seconds. Okay, he's out. So on this note, Mr. Achi, thank you so much for staying with us here. Mr. Achi Sam is the CEO of Mtfe Uyo. And
thank you.
Also, everyone who participated. Mr. Achi Sam, please, do you want to say anything? Final words?
Oh, well, I also want to thank you guys for, always doing this consistently, because there are people who don't have the panache to actually talk to people. So this platform actually really helps. I mean, it's more like bring the people, let's talk to them. So I also urge people to take advantage of this Sunday webinar. That's really what I want to say.